Hello, friends and family. All right, I had a few different thoughts this morning. I'll start with this one, and then let's see what happens. So, that whole IBJJF thing yesterday, if you didn't see the video I put on the kids' channel, I'll try to link that in the description. But yesterday, our first experience with the IBJJF, it was, Charlene was the one that was actually competing, but us as a family, we get to experience it with her. And a few different takeaways. Number one, it did seem like they were really on point with making sure the fighter met all the requirements to be eligible to fight. We had to do a lot of things that we've never had to do before, even though she's had a couple different competitions before. And so it's good. Like, I like what they were trying to do. So the whole IBJJF, how they do business, there's a lot to do correctly, I think, and also, like anything else, there's some room for improvement, right? The things that we were able to do, I think I really like the experience of seeing Charlene and us, and as her father, getting to experience that part of being a father. It's something I think I've looked forward to for a long time. And I'm finally getting to do it in a way that I don't think anyone can see, because there was other fathers there, and there's a bunch of other families there, and everyone has these different takeaways of what the day is, because some of it's fun, a lot of it is fun actually, but then there is some times when it's just kind of like waiting around, like waiting for your turn, waiting for, man, they said this was going to happen and it didn't happen in this way. Now, is it up to you to complain about it, or should you just kind of sit on the sidelines and let things happen, organically? So there was that. Another thing was, so right before she was going to fight, I realized to myself that I care more about making sure she's ready than I do about my bond with her. So let me explain. There was a part where we thought we were up on deck. There was somebody else, another couple of kids fighting, and then we were told to wait behind mat 4, and so maybe we were going to be next. They just said wait back here. So as we were doing that, I noticed one of the photographers on site, like the professional photographer, they went to go take a picture of Charlene. And Charlene was just kind of watching and just kind of like getting in the zone a little bit. Well, for me, I thought it might be an opportunity to get in a picture with her. And that would have been like a really cool picture, like dad taking care of like prized possession, and I thought it would have been a really cool father and daughter moment. However, I deprioritized the father and daughter moment in favor of making sure she wasn't distracted in bonding with me and letting her focus on what she was there to do, And again, it wasn't to win, and it wasn't to get a medal. It was to do her best. It was to have fun, and it was to be kind. All three, not really in any particular order. Like I go back and forth on which one's the most important. Sometimes I say being kind is the most important. Sometimes I say doing your best is the most important. Sometimes I say having fun is the most important. So they're all three important. But I do know that what I'm trying to teach her is those three are way more important than if you're winning and not having fun, than if you're having fun and not being nice, than if you're being nice and not doing your best. To me, it's pretty simple in that way. I wish more competitors thought that way. I wish more parents and mentors taught their competitors more in that way, because we're not really there to win. We're there to do the three things. And if we did all three things, then and if everyone did all three things, then competition itself would be flipped on its head, and that's really what we're paying to see. So, the payments, the business side of it, is really a byproduct of doing those three things. The business side of it, I don't think should be the point, because I think, unfortunately, there's going to come a time where Charlene's going to get to a certain age, or we're going to get into a certain phase of our competition journey, that those three things are going to get put by the wayside, or maybe at least one of them. And because of that, to me, I think we're going to stop competing. I think it's the reason I stopped playing soccer. I think it's the reason I never really competed in martial arts when I was a kid. There's something about competition that's really cool. It brings out the best in what human beings can do. It also brings out the worst in what human beings can do. If you start doing cheating and bad sportsmanship, and you start seeing people and competitors kind of grind it out, like they're not having fun anymore. It's kind of it's a wave of it's a wave that we're trying to ride as long as it's available to us. But once the wave's not there, we're not gonna try to force it. And I really think that's what makes the wave exciting, is that when it's genuine, and it is right now, then we can participate in this way. Yeah, I think that was, for the most part, I really wanted to say that. And I really wanted to say the thing about my realization that I cared more about Charlene being ready than I cared about bonding with her, because I thought bonding with my kids as a father, that was like really important, and it is important. But to me, me bonding with her, like me taking credit for being her dad, I think it took a backseat to actually being her dad and trying to prepare her for what she was there to do. And again, fortunately, she did win, so I was able to. It was kind of icing on the cake that she was able to win, but she and the other girl, I think they both did very well because they did those three things. They had fun, they did their best, and they were nice. And us as fathers, we were too, parents, the instructors were really nice. That's one of the things I really like about jiu-jitsu right now, or about the competitive part of jiu-jitsu right now, that it seems everyone is doing those three things, and I really like it for that reason. It's not about the fighting, it's not about the hurting each other, that's never been the goal here. It's about working hard to accomplish a goal and doing it in the presence of other people, of other like-minded people. But like I said, I've stuck around and I've seen some of the other types of competitions, like maybe the teenagers or even some of the adults, and there's just some feistiness to it and like some ugliness to it that I don't really want to be a part of. I've seen that when I play basketball. I like when we're giving each other credit, making good moves and stuff. There's a certain type of people that I really like playing basketball with, but then when it gets to the arguing and the fighting and the fouls and the rules, and they're like, come on, man, we're just out here trying to play and have a good time. Like, why's it gotta be like that, Anyway, so, yeah. Let me stop for now, and then if there's another thought, then I'll cut it. I'll do another video.